Welcome to English Mastery Voyage channel.
Emily's Strawberry Garden. Emily was a little girl who loved spending time in the garden. Her family had a big garden full of beautiful plants and flowers. But Emily's favorite part of the garden was the strawberry patch. There were many strawberry plants, and they were full of juicy red strawberries. One sunny morning, Emily's mom said, "Emily, can you help me pick some strawberries? We can make a delicious strawberry pie." Emily was very excited. She loved picking strawberries and helping her mom. She took a small basket and went to the garden. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. It was a perfect day to pick strawberries. Emily carefully picked the ripe strawberries and put them in her basket. She made sure to choose the biggest and reddest strawberries. She picked. She felt very happy and proud. She knew her mom would make a wonderful pie with these strawberries. After filling her basket, Emily went back to the house. "Look, Mom, I picked so many strawberries," she said with a big smile. Her mom smiled back and said, "Thank you, Emily. These strawberries look perfect. Let's wash them and start making the pie." Emily and her mom washed the strawberries and prepared the ingredients for the pie. They worked together, mixing the dough and cutting the strawberries. The kitchen was filled with a sweet and delicious smell. When the pie was ready, Emily and her mom sat down to enjoy a slice. "This is the best strawberry pie ever," Emily said happily. Her mom agreed and said, "It's all thanks to your help, Emily. You did a great job." Emily felt very happy and proud. She loved spending time with her mom and helping in the garden. From that day on, she always looked forward to picking strawberries and making delicious treats with her family. Tommy doesn't like baths. Tommy was a 4-year-old boy who didn't like taking baths. He loved playing with his toys and running around outside. But when it was time to take a bath, he would pout and say, "I don't want to take a bath." One evening, Tommy's mom noticed that he was very dirty from playing outside all day. She knew he needed a bath, so she gently said, "Tommy, it's bath time. Get you cleaned up." Tommy frowned and said, "I don't like baths, Mom. They are boring." His mom smiled and said, "Baths can be fun, Tommy. You can play with your toy boats and make bubbles. Plus, when you are clean, you feel much better." Tommy still wasn't convinced, so his mom thought of a special idea. "How about we add some colorful bath bombs to the water? They will make the bath look like a rainbow." Tommy's eyes lit up. "Really? That sounds fun," he said. His mom filled the bathtub with warm water and added the colorful bath bombs. The water turned into beautiful colors, and there were lots of bubbles. Tommy giggled and got into the tub. He played with his toy boats and splashed around happily. After the bath, Tommy felt clean and fresh. He hugged his mom and said, "Thank you, Mom. The bath was fun." His mom smiled and said, "I'm glad you enjoyed it, Tommy. Remember, taking baths is important to stay clean and healthy." From that day on, Tommy looked forward to bath time. He always enjoyed playing with his toys and colorful bubbles in the tub. The Helpful Doctor. One sunny afternoon, a little boy named Jack was riding his bike down the street. Jack loved to ride fast and feel the wind on his face. But suddenly, Jack hit a small rock and lost his balance. He fell off his bike and hurt his knee. Jack felt a sharp pain and started to cry. Luckily, a kind doctor named Dr. Smith was walking by. He saw Jack fall and quickly ran over to help. "Are you okay, little boy?" Dr. Smith asked gently. Jack looked up and said, "I hurt my knee. It hurts a lot." Dr. Smith smiled and said, "Don't worry, I'm a doctor. Let me take a look." Dr. Smith carefully examined Jack's knee. "It looks like you have a small cut, but nothing is broken," he said. "I'll clean it and put a bandage on it." Dr. Smith took out a small first aid kit from his bag. He cleaned Jack's cut with some antiseptic and put a bandage on it. "There you go, all better," Dr. Smith said with a smile. Jack stopped crying and felt much better. "Thank you, Dr. Smith," Jack said. "You are very kind." Dr. Smith patted Jack on the shoulder and said, "Always be careful when riding your bike. And remember, if you ever need help, just ask." Jack nodded and smiled. He felt grateful for the kind doctor who helped him. Jack got back on his bike and rode home, feeling much better. From that day on, Jack always remembered to ride his bike carefully and to be thankful for the kind people around him. The Old Painter in the Park. In a quiet town, there was an old painter named Mr. Brown. He loved to spend his days painting beautiful scenes. Every morning, he would take his painting supplies and walk to the park. The park was peaceful and full of trees, flowers, and happy people. One sunny afternoon, Mr. Brown found a nice spot under a big tree. He set up his easel and began to paint. The park was filled with children playing, people walking their dogs, and birds singing. Mr. Brown loved to capture these moments in his paintings. As he painted, a little girl named Lily came by. She was curious and wanted to see what Mr. Brown was doing. "Hello, Mr. Brown. What are you painting?" she asked. Mr. Brown smiled and said, "Hello, Lily. I'm painting a picture of the park. Would you like to see?" Lily nodded eagerly and looked at the painting. She was amazed by the beautiful colors and details. "It's so pretty, Mr. Brown. Can you teach me how to paint?" Mr. Brown's eyes sparkled with joy. "Course, Lily. I would love to teach you," he said. He gave Lily a small brush and some paint. Together, they painted the flowers and trees. Mr. Brown showed Lily how to mix colors and create beautiful shades. Lily was very happy and learned a lot from Mr. Brown. As the sun began to set, Mr. Brown and Lily admired their work. "Thank you, Mr. Brown. I had so much fun painting with you," Lily said. Mr. Brown smiled and said, "You did a wonderful job, Lily. Remember? You can create beautiful things with a little practice and imagination." From that day on, Lily visited the park often to paint with Mr. Brown. They enjoyed many happy moments together, creating beautiful art in the peaceful park.